Yeah, a little bit. It's a little dark. 1 second, guys. Dad's gonna adjust the lighting. Um, that's that's good. That's good right there. Well, guys, it is 3 o'clock Eastern time. That's better. It's 3 o'clock Eastern time. My name is Jared J. Bear Fuller. Joining me off camera this week is my dad. Amy is asleep. And if you can't tell, I'm feeling a little under the weather. My voice probably sounds really different this week. Uh, Sickness has really plagued the household. It's not COVID, it is change of the weather because it's been drastic. It's been going from warm to cold to warm to cold to warm to cold all week, and there's snow on the ground. It's supposed to melt because we're supposed to have a green Christmas, which, by the way, Christmas is coming up on Saturday this week, and that's going to be something I talk about here in this week's Sunday video update. But I do apologize in advance if I happen to cough or sneeze throughout the course of the hour because I have been feeling under the weather. I wasn't going to do a Sunday video update. There was almost a cancellation of the Sunday video update. And then I decided, well, as long as I have a voice and I feel better or feel well enough to be able to come on and talk to everyone, I'll give you a before Christmas Sunday video update, which I'm not wearing any festive hats or anything like I normally would. Um, just not in the mood to do that. I'm not feeling the greatest. If, like I said, you could probably hear it in my voice. Um, so yeah, let's get started on this week's Sunday video update. My week was all right, other than dealing with the sinus troubles and um, just it's been nonstop all week. I think I'm starting to get on the positive side of the health as far as, I've been through like blowing my nose, sneezing, coughing, and all that. I think I'm starting to get better, but I don't want to say that I'm 100% because I'm not, obviously not 100%. I can still taste my food. Yeah, I can still taste and smell. So it's not the COVID. And that's what everybody jumps to because that's the hot button issue. Everybody's talking about it. The slightest cough, a sneeze, a sniffle. Oh, must be the COVID. Well, you must be an idiot. You know, um, despite the fact that COVID is a hot button issue nowadays, you people have to also remember that you can still get a cold. You can still have sinus troubles from the change of the weather. All of these things are still viable. They're still possible. Everything is not the COVID. And being on Facebook, I'm bombarded with this shit like day in and day out. Although I'm not on Facebook day in and day out, um, like I don't spend hours at a time on Facebook. I might, you know, scroll through quickly and see what everyone's up to. And I noticed a few posts about COVID this, COVID that. Folks, not everything is the COVID. Like we really got to relax on that a little bit. Um, but anyway, Dad was sick there for a little while. Are you feeling better? Or? Dad's feeling a lot better. um, it's seasonal allergies, and people need to realize that in Michigan we have. I mean, my cat is sneezing right now, so she's got sinus troubles. The thing is that when we have weather conditions that are warm to cold to warm to cold, and it's an ongoing pattern, yeah, it's going to fuck with your sinuses eventually. We're supposed to have rain on Christmas, not snow, rain. It's going to be warm enough to rain. We're going to have a green Christmas this year. So if that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what will. But anyway, I forced myself to get on YouTube today, do the Sunday video update. Dad, how was your week? Yeah, I'm drinking a little bit of warm coffee to help soothe my throat. Um, Yeah, and I do too. When I don't feel well, I sleep. I don't leave home if I don't have to. I don't go anywhere to casually visit. I don't go on joyrides or anything like that. My ass is in bed sleeping, trying to sleep it off. Yeah, and that was one thing I was gonna briefly talk about is the reason, I'm guessing, I don't know how true this is or I don't know how accurate this is, but we have people coming over here all the time, and after the fact, when they leave, they're like, "Well, I hope you didn't catch what I had." Well, it would have been nice to know prior to you coming over, because now it's too late. Now we're all Amy, she was sick for a while. She's still not feeling well. She's sleeping on the couch. And it's like, don't come over here if you're sick. It's common sense, common courtesy. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, common sense and logic and critical thinking was a topic of a post I had written the other day, yesterday, I think it was. And, most people don't have common sense. Common sense is not as common as you would think or as common as you would hope, because most people lack it. Um, there was another topic I wanted to get to. I wanted to address this. Um, so, marriage, I'm going to talk about marriage for a second. No, I'm not getting married. I'm still single. I don't have a girlfriend. No, none of that going on. But I wanted to talk a bit about marriage because I've noticed how marriage has really changed. It changes how you treat your, everyday friends, people that you used to have everyday conversations with. And I've noticed this with a few people lately, mainly female friends. Now, mind you, I have female friends who are both married and single, or they're just, they've got boyfriends, they're in relationships. And they this is really funny to me because not every female friend that I have, not every one of their partners has an issue with me speaking to them. But somehow along the way, I have managed to spot a couple of people. I'm not going to name names, but I managed to spot a couple of people who, after they get married, they want to cut communication with me for whatever the reason. Um, I don't know why. We've always had decent, respectable, civilized conversations. And suddenly, out of the blue, they get married and then they just stop talking to me. They end up cutting off connections and communications with me, which I think is shitty because that's not the case with every friendship that I have. Um, like I said, I'm friends with lots of females who are married and they've got partners, and those partners and spouses never have an issue with me speaking to their wives or partners or whatever the case may be. And I'm just kind of curious how only a few people they have an issue or well we're trying to avoid any potential problem. For me to say hello to you is a potential problem? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you sure that you're actually mature enough to be married? Because if this is how you treat your friends, people that you've had casual conversations with for any number of years, well, I hate to see how your marriage is gonna go. You're married to an insecure person right off the bat, and that's not a reflection of me, that's a reflection of your partner. If they can't accept the fact that you and I have been friends for any number of years now, and we've had lots of wonderful, meaningful conversations, we and this is something else I wanna bring up too, like, as adults, adults, they talk about sex and things like that. That's casual conversation between adults. We're not saying, like, "I wanna fuck you," or "I want you to fuck me. I want you to come over and see me when I'm home alone, or I'll come by your house when the partner's gone or the spouse is gone. I'm gonna come over and hump your fucking brains out." It's nothing like that. When the topic of sex comes up, like, perfect example, perfect example. a friend of mine whose son was an actor, um, we were talking about the COVID and the vaccinations, and I mentioned to her how in the beginning they urged people to not have sex. They were telling partners to restrain from expressing their burning desires for one another. At the height of the COVID, and I just told her how ridiculous I thought it was that anybody could tell two people who are in love not to have sex, and she agreed with me. Now that kind of conversation is different. We're not talking about, us doing something together. And she even said something about, yeah, it's silly how elected officials, they wear their mask and they share a kiss through a mask, which it is silly. You look ridiculous. Um, but that's what I'm talking about. Like the subject of sex comes up and you know, what do you, not, I don't know if intimacy would be the word. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of the word. Like when you show your compassion for your partner, maybe that's the word. Um, it's silly. But the thing is my point. The point of that was like sex was brought up in a conversation, but I'm not talking about having sex with the person I'm conversing with. I mean, there's a big difference there. I have lots of female friends who I talk to, whether they're married or single, and we've been friends for many years, and we talk about grown up things sometimes. Like we talk about sex, or one of my friends, female friends, tells me, well, it's the time of the month. I'm having feminine issues where, the time of the month, my monthly visitor shows up. We have those conversations. And as grown, mature adults, we should be able to have those grown conversations. Now, what I'm speaking of is when people get married, especially women, when they get married or they're engaged to be married to people, suddenly it becomes, well, we can't talk anymore. We can't talk about these certain things because it might get back to the partner. Um, you and I were friends long before you decided to get with this partner, and I'm not planning on crossing any boundaries. I respect boundaries. I'm not looking to cross any. So then it becomes a question of now you can't talk to me because your partner might have some insecurity. Well, that insecurity is not my fucking problem. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I just excuse me. I think it's silly. I think it's silly that I mean, right off the bat, well, I block him, can't talk to him no more. Well, what the fuck? What's up with that? But I try not to sweat it because it's really not worth getting in a tizzy over. They make their choices, and that rests with them, not with me. Um, yeah, well, that's their loss. That's your loss. It's not mine. Um, I'm quite content with my life and how I live it, and I have lots of wonderful friends, people that I reach out to almost daily, and they reach out to me almost daily. It's wonderful. I love having the casual conversations. Um, there's friends that I'm looking to hang out with as soon as I get better. Obviously, I'm not looking to get anybody sick. Um, but there are people that I'm planning to meet. There's people that I want to have conversations with. I want to, talk about things. And I'm not looking for any romantic um they're single, and if they want that, okay. But that's an adult matter. That's not, no boundaries are being crossed if it's something that we both want. Apologize. Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. But anyway, I knew this was gonna be rough going for a minute because, the sinuses just continuously drain, and, it's gonna be difficult to talk for a while, which may be a dream to most of you watching this. Well, let's see what that dickhead Jared has to say this week. Well, I'm coughing in your fucking face. Hope you don't get what I got. Um, no, it's not the COVID. It's just the change of the weather. Um, so moving on, Christmas is Saturday. You know, I talk about this, I think, every year for the Christmas holiday. It's not for everybody. Um, there's people who love Christmas, which is fine. You celebrate whatever you want for whatever reasons you desire. Most people, including myself, Christmas is just another fucking day. And dad. And most of us just want to get through the day without getting too sentimental about things. It's another day on the calendar. I don't know what we're doing for Christmas, honestly. Um, I might go shopping later, or I might wait. Actually, I'm probably just going to wait until tomorrow to go shopping because I got to go to Owasso anyway. Um, but I I'm just not a fan of Christmas, and I'm not here to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not here to put anybody else's spirits down. But if you are one of those people who are the happy-go-lucky type and you just love Christmas, the birth of Jesus, or whatever reason you want to celebrate Christmas, my advice to you is to also make sure that you respect the positions of those who don't celebrate, or those of us who just aren't religious. Although my reasons for not celebrating Christmas are not centralized around lack of religious beliefs. um, oh, god damn it. It's not anything to do with religion. I just don't celebrate Christmas anymore. It just doesn't matter to me. But for those of you who struggle with Christmas, I hope you get through it and, um, just make the best of the day. And of course, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Um, most of you have my cell phone number, my email address. Most of you are friends with me on Facebook. Just message me and say, "Yeah, I'm not doing well on this Christmas, and I just really need somebody to talk to." And if I'm feeling well, and if I'm feeling up to it, which I think I will be by Saturday, let's talk about things. But Christmas is just not for everybody, and I'm hoping that most of you will respect that. And I respect the fact that Christmas is for a lot of people. And like I said, celebrate the holiday for whatever reason you choose, whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your fucking boat, have at it. But don't expect me to join you in that. That's all I'm saying. Uh, come on, hour go by fast. I'm not feeling so hot. um, oh my god. Might have dad take over in the chair for a minute and just kind of talk about things so I can go blow my nose. Um, Dad, do you think you could do that? Could you sit here and kind of keep the people, just talk about something for a minute? And well, I need you. I need you. I mean, well, no, just yeah, just kind of, or just let the people know that I had to step away for a minute. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go blow my nose. Enjoy Dad for a minute. Pull up a chair, Dad.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Well, for one thing, it's cold out, blowing, yeah, and everything. So, how was everyone today? Pretty good, I hope. Like you, Jared was talking about Christmas. Yeah, it's for some people, It used to be nice. It used to be we used to have a lot of fun in Christmas time, but things change over the years, and when you don't get to see people that you want to see, it just, it kind of takes the fun out of everything, and it's not really fun anymore. It's like one day go by, well, another day's gone by, another year. I'm happy I'm here another year, so that's what makes it nice. I'm here another year for my kids, and hopefully my grandkids will come and see me someday. Hopefully when I'm not 80, 90 years old, which is only about 20 years. I'll be 83. Ooh. So, how everybody okay out there? I mean, I know the silly season makes everybody want to run and do this and do that. And, well, this COVID thing, too, I'm not sure about that. One minute they tell you to get the shots, the next minute they're telling you things don't work like they're supposed to. The shots don't protect you from the coronavirus. So what do we do? There's nothing we can do about it. People are getting them, and there's people getting sick, and there's people dying. I mean, geez, everybody can't be that sick, But here comes Jared Bear again, so I'll let you talk to him.
You have to let Scruff in.
I gotta let my dog in. Funny thing, I heard the other day, this cowboy told us, other cowboy says, "Get along, little doggy." So he went out and bought a wiener dog.
Come on, Scruff.
We'll be right back in a second.
Thank you, Dad, for taking the hot seat for a minute. Dad asked how everybody was doing. Of course, none of you can comment because there's no live chat. The comment section is closed, which I don't think he realized, but that's okay. That's my dad. He's a conversationalist himself. I had to go blow my nose, and I got me some Michigan-made Verner's Ginger Ale. I switched up from drinking the black coffee because I don't think it's warm. I didn't put it in the microwave. Now, for those of you who may be wondering, in Michigan, we have Verner's, which is it's a Michigan-made ginger ale, and they usually tell you to warm it up, like put a little bit in a coffee cup in a microwave. It'll help soothe your stomach. I drink it because it actually helps with sinuses a little bit. And I don't know why the fuck I wanted to drink black coffee, but I think the black coffee more or less soothes the vocal cords because it's hot. Although there's caffeine in it. That's her phone ringing. You just never know what happens on a live stream, guys. Is it in front of you? In front of you. Well, it's in the trash. No wonder. God. No, what happened was I walked through here because there's a walkway between the couch and the coffee table, and I bumped some things off, and I thought I put everything back, and I didn't. But her phone landed in the trash. Sorry, Amy.
It's all right. You just wanted to throw me away.
And I don't know if you guys could hear, but Amy her sinuses are just not the greatest. We've all been hit with seasonal allergies, and we're trying to fight through that. So, well, that's what I mentioned in the video. People who are sick and then they want to come over, and after the fact, after they leave, oh, I hope you guys don't catch what I had. Well, what the fuck did you have? You never bothered to bring those to our attention. What the fuck is up with that shit? That's what pisses us off. If you're sick, don't be bringing your shit over here to us. We don't mind visitors and people coming over to hang out or whatever, but if you're sick, you can save your visit for a rainy day. And you don't need to be coming over here getting us sick, because that's only going to irritate me more and the other two who live here. So, but anyway, I'm glad that Dad volunteered to take the hot seat for a minute while I went to take care of some business. I had to blow my nose. I'm pouring myself a glass of Werner's ginger ale. What I was saying about Werner's ginger ale is they usually tell you to put it in a coffee cup and nuke it. Put it in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds or so, just enough to get it warm, and then you drink it. Help soothe your stomach if you have an upset stomach. And but for me, drinking it like this actually helps with the sinuses, and it makes it easier to talk. Amy is hollering from the ladies' room, and Dad, and she's, honey, can you come here? And Dad says, yep, she's awake. She needs me. um, but yeah, it's it's a crazy time right now, as Dad pointed out, with the COVID, with people getting vaccinated, and there's a lot of unvaccinated people. And here's my position stands. My position holds. If you choose to get the vax, great, good for you. If you choose not to get the vax, that's entirely up to you as well. Great, whatever. It's a personal choice. If you want it, get it. If you don't want it, don't get it. Either way, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't, I don't care what you decide to do. I'm not going to give people hell for getting the vax, and I'm not going to give people hell for not getting the vax. It is a personal choice. So that's always been my position, and that's the position I'm always going to take. There's some people out there who may not agree with that, and that's fine. You don't have to agree with it. But that's just like my opinion, dude. Remember, you come to me, I don't go to you. So, that's how that rolls. But anywho, we might get we maybe might get a comment out of Amy if she's feeling up to it, because she sounded like absolute shit when she woke up, because of her sinuses. And it's all seasonal allergies it's hit this house really exceptionally hard. In addition to people coming over here when they're sick, it's also been the weather change, which potentially may be the reason why how that person got sick. And then just have the audacity to say, well, I hope you don't catch what I had after the fact, like a moron. Now, if I'm sick, I don't leave home. I sleep it off. Now, I was in Lansing last week. I hope you guys got to watch that little video I put together of Lansing, and I wasn't feeling sick on the day that I filmed those bits and pieces of the video. I wasn't sick at all. I didn't feel sick in any way. Maybe I caught something when I was out in public, because it was kind of chilly. I was next to that was the Red Cedar River, by the way. I was at J.H. Moore's Park in Lansing, and I filmed some video, and I got some footage of the downtown area, Washington Street, where all the big tall buildings are. And I got a shot of Capitol Building and the Bogie Tower, where Ransom Olds used to do his banking. And I think that is known as Capital Bank, if I had to guess, if I remember correctly, because there is a plaque on the side of that building, and I think it says Capital Bank, or Capital City Bank, or Capital State Bank, something to that effect anyway. But Ransom Eli Olds, founder of the Oldsmobile, he used to do all his banking there in that particular building with the red light flashing on the top. So, yeah, pretty nifty. And of course, the band REO Speedwagon, the REO and REO Speedwagon stands for Ransom Eli Olds, who lived in Lansing. The Oldsmobile was built in Lansing. If I remember correctly, I think 14 million Oldsmobiles were built in Lansing at the Grand River Assembly, I think is what it was. I'd have to recheck my sources again, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. But anyway, it was nice to see Lansing again, and it'll probably be the last visit to Lansing for the year. I have to be in Owasso tomorrow, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. I have to go to Napa Auto Parts. I have to get a pigtail. It's called a pigtail for my. Well, I ordered it. I've already ordered the part. Um, so okay, but I was in Owasso yesterday. I went to Napa Auto Parts, and I put in an order for a pigtail, which goes on a massive airflow sensor on my van because my check engine light comes on, the van stalls on occasion. Um, I don't really get good gas mileage, and so I got to get that part replaced. Hopefully it's just the wire and not the sensor itself. If it is the sensor, then I'm gonna have to drop another $70, which I'll do what I got to do. But the pigtail is supposed to be at Napa Auto Parts in Owasso tomorrow. I was gonna go shopping today for Christmas, but seems I'm gonna be in Owasso tomorrow anyway. I might as well just take care of it all in one fell swoop instead of making several trips. But yeah, I have to be in Owasso tomorrow, so I know that's my plan for tomorrow. My buddy Kenny's probably gonna message me and ask me if I'm going to Billy's. Honestly, I don't know. It's gonna depend on how I feel. I don't wanna get anybody else sick, and, but if I'm feeling up to it, I might I don't know if Kenny watches this. Kenny, if you're watching this, before you message me, I'm just gonna say I might be out there, but I might not be depending on how I feel. So don't message me. Um, oh, he will. I know he will. I know he will for sure. Um, but depending on how I feel, I don't know. I don't give a definite answer because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. I don't even want to get my own hopes up. I'm just not trying to get anyone else sick. Uh, if what I have, the sinus, I think it's a sinus infection. Um, if it is contagious, I don't want to get anyone else sick. I don't want to infect anyone else with it. So we shall see how I feel by tomorrow. And I was up early this morning before sunrise, before daybreak, running to the bathroom, had an upset stomach. I didn't get sick or anything, but I felt ill in the other direction, if you catch my drift. And I think it was because I had fettuccine alfredo. It soured my stomach. And then I ate some crackers, saltine crackers, and then I dozed off to sleep. And that upset my stomach even further. And so I ran to the bathroom, and it's like, "Oh my god, I feel like crap." Huh? Yeah, I felt like shit, literally and figuratively. It was bad, it was bad. Oh, yeah, this morning, early this morning before sunrise, it's like, "Holy shit, man." Literally. It was bad. Not to get too specific, I don't wanna gross anyone out, because it is, in the afternoon, people are probably eating their lunch or whatever, or depending on what time of the day they're watching this. I have a friend in West Virginia who watches this in the morning when she's cleaning her house. So I know I got viewers out there, I got fans. Um, but yeah, it's been wild. The past 24 hours, I would say, have been pretty wild in terms of my health. I'm doing my best to bounce back. I've been getting a lot of sleep, as much sleep as I can when I can get comfortable enough to sleep. Um, my nose is constantly just the sinuses are just constantly draining, and it gets hard to breathe. I choke on my own spit when I'm sleeping because I when I sleep, I breathe with my mouth open. um, it's been lousy. It's been lousy with the change of the weather. But hopefully, before Christmas, especially before Christmas, I'd like to get back to good health because I'm not planning on staying in bed all fucking day, although it wouldn't bother me either way, because I'm not a fan of Christmas. I'd rather sleep the day away. But if I'm not sleepy, if I'm not sick, if I'm not tired, I'm up. I'm on my feet doing something, for what it's worth. So, um, wow, how long have I been here? We got about 25 minutes left of the show, and then it's who knows what for the rest of the day. I might record a daily rant recording. I haven't done a daily rant recording in quite some time. I might rant about marriage. Um, who knows? That'll probably be the topic or the focal point of my next daily rant. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, these guys who are talking about, being single, and I think I mentioned this before in a previous Sunday video update where, it's this movement called MGTOW, MGTOW, men going their own way. Guys who, uh, they choose the single life, they're never gonna get married, and while the ideas kinda click with me, they resonate with how I feel a lot of the time, or my thoughts are, and it's not, it's not confirmation bias, it's I just like to hear what other people have to say, their reasons for remaining single. I have my reasons, and some people have their reasons, which sometimes coincide with how I think and feel about being single. And so it's interesting to know that I'm not the only one out there with these feelings. I think it is rather interesting to listen to some of these guys talk. Um, and there's one guy who actually takes TikTok videos and he shares them in his videos where these women are they are entitled, and this is not a cheap shot against women or anything like that, but these specific women in general, not women across the board, these specific women that he spotlights, he takes their TikTok videos and he'll display how ridiculous they look and how ridiculous they sound when they don't get their own way from the men that they're with. And I think it's fucking funny to watch because they make complete and utter fools of themselves, crying crocodile tears and saying, he don't love me because he didn't give me what I wanted." And there's just all different varieties of videos, and it's like, wow, there's really people out there. I know it's for satire, it's meant to be satirical, but at the same time, there's a bit of truth to it. I mean, there's women out there who actually make videos where they talk about men who don't wanna date them or marry them because they're not mature enough, blah, 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 blah. No, we are mature enough to understand that we don't wanna marry you. And that's that, man. I mean, and then it turns into this bit about misogyny. "Oh, you're a misogynistic, whatever," yeah, that is a guilt trip. When they play the misogynistic card, that is a guilt trip. Um, that's the card that they like to play, and it doesn't work. It fails, laughably fails. Um, there's a lot, and I'm not saying this about all women because there's a lot of decent women out there. Um, but some of these women that are chosen by this one particular channel that I watch, uh, I mean, he really puts them in the spotlight. It's like, "You want the attention, honey? You're gonna get the attention." And he, points out the obvious flaws, and he talks a lot about how these women behave, and he says, "Gentlemen, if you pay attention and listen carefully, I'll play this back. Listen carefully to what's being said and blah blah blah." And it's not a slam against women. I I have respect for women, mad respect for women. Um, I have, like I said at the top of this video, I was talking about marriage. There's lots of female friends I have who are not only married, but they are just in relationships, and they are single. I love them all dearly because they're my friends and how they treat me. I treat them with respect. They treat me with love and respect. You know, we've known each other for all these years, and yeah, it had taken some time for those people to get to know me and for me to get to know them. But over the years of maintaining a friendship, a platonic friendship, we have gotten to different levels of the friendship to where, hey, it's Jared. Or I could say, hey, it's you, you know? There's no hard feelings here. We're good friends. We talk about anything. We've reached that point where we can trust each other that one person isn't going to do something onto the other and vice versa. We have that mutual friendship and understanding, and those are the friendships that I crave. Um, I have lots of wonderful friends, and you know, I couldn't be more grateful and thankful for them every day, both men and women, actually. Um, there's a lot of just awesome people out there. You know, the world isn't as bad as everybody likes to imagine that it is. There's more good people than there are bad people. You know, it's people choose to hear what they want to hear as opposed to what's actually true. The world isn't as bad as people think it is. Um, there are actually lots of good people out there. And I believe that, but wholeheartedly, genuinely, I believe that. There are lots of good people out there. It's just every now and again you run into a flaming asshat or a douchebag, and they need to be called out and they need to be put in their place. Um, you know, that's the way it is. You deal with people like that in life. You're going to meet assholes everywhere you go. But I gotta say, the friends I have, they're legit. You know, they're tight. So, um, yeah, I'm lucky to have the friends I have and the connections that I have and the people that I speak with, and it's been great. I've been receiving Christmas cards in the mail from some cancer warriors, and it's been awesome. So thank you for those. I love you all very much, and I appreciate your kind gestures and gifts and things. So thank you. I haven't been the greatest at mailing out cards or writing letters like I said I was going to, but again, I've just been feeling like shit. I have not been feeling the greatest at all, and I just been sleeping a lot. I'm trying to get myself better. I've been taking zinc. I had some leftover um, zinc and vitamin C from when I had COVID last year, and I've been taking the lozenges and taking a gummy, you know, every now and then to boost my immune system. I've been drinking juice and eating chicken noodle soup, which we've been slamming the chicken noodle soup around here. Which, by the way, you said you were going to Frank's today?
Oh, creamer.
Ugh. I don't know if coffee creamer would be a good idea having sinus issues, but um, think we could pick up some more chicken noodle soup? Yeah, I could sure go for some more. It just helps soothe the throat, the chest, and the sinuses. It just chicken noodle soup is the medicine that the doctors can't prescribe you, but they suggest that you eat chicken noodle soup. And uh, 1 minute. Something else I wanted to mention to the people who come over here thinking that they're experts in medicine and medical advice and such. Um, if you're not a doctor, perfect timing. If you're not a doctor and if you don't have an actual degree in medicine, I'm not interested in anything you have to say. Because I don't care. I don't care if you've studied medicine. I don't care if you were studying to become a this or that. You're not a medical expert. Your advice is just zero to me. It's goose eggs. I will listen to a medical expert and I will follow the appropriate guidelines and take the necessary prescriptions that were ordered and prescribed by my doctor, not some streetwalker, someone who thinks they know what they're talking about. I'm not going to deal with that. So please keep your drugstore psychology on that side of my door, because I'm getting sick of hearing it. Dad's getting sick of hearing about it. Amy's getting sick of hearing about it. Please keep your drugstore psychology out there, because we're not going to listen to it here. So that's something else I wanted to put. I'm getting everything out this week, guys. So who was that? So was he coming over? And as you can hear, Amy's got the coughs and the sniffles. I've been blowing my nose. As you know, I had to get up and go blow my nose, and Dad took the hot seat for a minute. I've been trying to keep my throat cleared.
Mine's just my throat right now. My sinuses ain't right.
You hear it, guys. She sounds horrible. Although I think that's an everyday thing, though. She said, "Fuck you, Jared." That's funny. We always pick on her. We pick on each other all the time. But we've all been hit with a sickness around here, and it's driving us crazy, and we just want to feel better. I have to buy some cough drops. Might have to get some menthol cough drops from the dollar store today. Anything just to get rid of this shit. Just to put the nail in the coffin on this shit, because I am sick to death of dealing with this stuff. And you hear it. That's what we've been dealing with all week amongst the three of us.
My brother was going to come out and get us packages and stuff. And he's like, no, when he told me you guys were down sick yesterday.
Yeah. We're all sick. That's probably the only thing I like about being sick, keeping people away. People I don't want to fucking deal with. Amy. Me, I've been I've been sick so much of my life that yeah, I've been sick so much of my life that this is, the sinuses, allergies, whatever. It's just a cakewalk.
Mine normally don't act up this way.
This for me is nothing. I've been through much worse than a sinus infection.
And, and it scares people because of the fact
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I went and got my ear checked because
Yeah.
I had fluid
Yeah.
behind the ear.
Yep.
Okay. I stop at the pharmacy, pick up what they tell me to get. They says, okay, we got the booster in. Amy, would you like that? Yeah, I want that booster.
Right.
Well, then when people find out and I'm down sick, oh, it's the COVID. You're 30 days contagious.
Yeah, we were talking about that at the top of the video. We were talking about that. Actually, I brought it up. Everything there is, it's like there is no such thing as a sinus infection anymore. There's no such thing as a common cold. There's no such thing as having a flu bug. There's no such thing as having a 24-hour whatever. Everything has to be classified as the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Y'all need to fucking relax. And again, like I said at the top of the video, take note of the weather. People get sick when the weather changes. It's not the fucking COVID. It's just not. And then you have people who want to, because Amy is the only one between the three of us who's vaccinated right now. And there's people who like to put the blame on Amy because it's the vaccination. No, it's not. The vaccination has nothing to do with the three of us getting sick. And she just got her booster. Okay. It's the change of the fucking weather. It's not the COVID. And this is what I'm talking about. Mass hysteria. People are afraid, living in fear. Everything is a COVID now. People are running scared. I'm so sick and fucking tired.
Yeah, that's why your shelves are bare in the dang stores.
That's why I said what I did on there when I read that letter where you get that shot
Yeah.
and that don't stop you from getting that COVID.
No, it just, and I question that too. Like, what? So if you get the vax and it doesn't protect you from getting the COVID, you can still get it, but not as bad.
Right.
I don't want the fucking shit at all.
Well, they say there's a chance. I mean, it's like a 1 in a million chance that you're gonna come down with it. Some of them have already got it, or they got other health issues in the
Yeah.
don't realize
Right.
it.
But this is their thing. Every time somebody dies, they have their COVID because the doctor
You know what?
all that money
You know
for
what?
paying it.
I'm glad that you just brought that up about other health issues, because what about obesity? Bill Maher talks about this. Everything has to be the COVID, but what they don't understand is people don't take responsibility for their fucking health. There's obesity, which may not always be in a person's control.
Yeah.
There's thyroid issues. Yeah. 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 But things that can be controlled, like in terms of health, that only makes the situation worse because your body is already not in the best shape possible to be fighting off such a virus. Now, with me being a Mark, now with me being a childhood cancer survivor, I have a very weak immune system, which most would say, well, you should get the shot because you have a weak immune system.
Jared, this is one thing I am allergic to.
Cats.
I had that actually with all the pets.
Yeah.
Their dander.
Yeah. But anyway, people want me to get the shot. Yeah, people want me to get the shot. And I'm not vaxxed. But the thing is they say, well, with you having a weak immune system, you should get the shot. But if it's not gonna protect me, is he here? If it's not gonna save me from getting the COVID, which I've already had, then what the fuck is the point of getting the COVID? Or getting the shot, rather. I don't want the COVID. What's the point of getting the shot? But Mark isn't here. But anyway, what would be the point of me getting the shot if it's not going to protect me from getting it? Yes, I do have a weak immune system. Okay. That's where a lot of people are, and they just won't say anything about it. They're too afraid to say anything because, they're going to despise me for not getting the shot. They're going to know I'm not vaccinated, and they're going to not want to come near me. Well, you know what? They don't want to fucking come near me anyway, vaxxed or not, which is fine by me. I'm not trying to infect anyone, but, like Dad says, if it's not broke, why fix it?
And then you have people that know you're down sick and they still come over.
Yeah.
To do things, and then they sit and bitch.
Yeah. I'll probably catch hell for even saying that. I'm sure along the way, someone's going to email or message me on Facebook. Jared, how dare you say that? Blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't care. I'm not talking about people coming over. I'm talking about the shot. What's the sense of getting it if it's not going to protect me from getting the COVID? No, what's the point of getting the shot if it's not going to protect me from getting the COVID? It's just gonna make it to where if I do get it, it's not gonna have me hospitalized. Well, I don't want it.
And half the time when people wear the mask, they wear it underneath the fucking nose. They don't even wear it on their nose.
Which is stupid. It's like there's a meme that I saw about masks. Like, you don't wear your underwear below your nuts. You wear it over your nuts. I don't get it. And I'm not encouraging people to not get the vax. As I've said, and as I've told Amy many times, it is your decision.
did, and I seen it on our phones.
Yeah.
Where the guy is in the airplane and they're getting after him because he's got a thong on his face.
I saw that. He's got a thong on his face. That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, that was fucking funny.
Yeah, they escorted him out.
That was hilarious.
I have my mask.
I did see that on Facebook. That was fucking funny. Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's fucking funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. You'd wear a thong on your face. I could see Dad doing that. I could see Dad doing that too. I know you would. That's the thing.
Pink, purple, blue.
It is what it is.
Red.
No, the weather is what it is. You just a crazy mofo.
Red, so it looks like it's all bloody on the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But I'm gonna catch hell for that. But oh well.
I don't care. It's funny.
No, not that. The
You
other
don't get
thing.
booted.
No, not that. The other thing about the vax. I'm not encouraging people to not get the shot.
No.
That's a personal choice. Like I said, if you want it, fine. If you don't want it, fine. And you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people who think and feel the same way, but they can't say anything because they fear the backlash. I don't give a fuck about the backlash. It is your personal choice. Get it if you want it. If you don't want it, don't get it.
Exactly.
See, and I've always been with the flu. I always have been vaccinated. So it's like, you know, even after I was adopted,
Yeah.
I remembered going and getting
I
immunization.
remember getting my immunizations over at the WIC office in St. Charles.
Yeah.
I got a shot right in the fucking kneecap.
uh,
Oh, that hurt. Oh,
but yeah.
oh, it was painful. Yeah, I don't know. The world has gone crazy, and everybody's living in constant fear of each other. And I don't fear, it's like we were having this conversation, Dad and I were talking recently about death, how I got over my fear of death. Well, a lot of it had to do with my religious beliefs being tossed out the fucking window. They had a lot to do with it. But the main thing is, and it's more philosophical than anything, there's a great quote by Mark Twain, and I'm paraphrasing, something to the tune of, I've been dead for billions of years before I was born. I was dead for billions of years. I didn't exist for billions of years before I came into the world roughly about 1986. Okay, I'm here now. When I die again, I'm not going to be bothered by it because I've already been dead once. Billions of years leading up to my birth. You totally missed the point. I was dead for billions of years. Amy gets it. There were billions of years that had gone by, and I didn't exist, and it didn't bother me. No. Billions of years, I said, prior to my birth, before any of us were here. I'm not bothered by that. It doesn't bother me in the least. Now, when I die, I'm not going to exist anymore. Why should that bother me? It didn't bother me before. Why should it bother me when I die again?
Where see that's different. I mean, it seems like with all this stuff, I feel like I got evil around me. Because it seems like every day you're hearing of someone dying that you know.
But death is a part of life and something we all got to do eventually. But
it's just been since my mom's gotten back.
I just don't fear it anymore. Like I think it's like the older I get, the less afraid of death that I am, because I see, and a lot of it too, and other than the philosophical side of things, I look at the world And I look how fucking bad it's gotten, and I see how ridiculously idiotic people have become. I'm an idiot at a lot of things. Maybe even the vaccine. My opinions about the vaccine. I might be an idiot just by saying that. I don't care. Those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts. But this world has gotten incredibly difficult and way out of hand. People are impossible to reason with. Impossible.
You're so worried, wear a mask.
And it's not just the
And
COVID.
again, we've got a buddy that wore his mask
Yeah.
every time.
Everywhere he went, he wore his mask and he still got the COVID. And I'm not mentioning his name because it's not important, but he still got the fucking COVID. So I don't know. It's a mess. It's a
But, I won't go there.
it's all bullshit. And I
won't
do
go there.
and I do feel bad for the people who've lost loved ones to the COVID. My mom, she had a couple of friends who passed away as a result of the COVID. My cousin's husband in Florida actually just died. I don't know if it's COVID related, but well, actually, no, he had cancer. He had cancer. He died from cancer. But even still, I know people who've they've died from the COVID, and it's horrible. And I don't know. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people out there who feel the same way I do. They just don't have the balls to speak up and say what they really feel. I'll get backlash for it, but oh well.
No, you didn't
Uh,
come out of your room the other day.
What's that?
I was waiting for you to come out of your room the other day.
Why?
They were both out here backlashing me
Oh,
because of the laundry.
well, I think we have reached the hour.
Yeah, we have.
And we have. Oh, I went a couple minutes over. Ooh. Thank you to the one person watching. I much appreciate you, one person. You're number one. But
Number one on my list.
rest assured, rest assured, there will be many more people coming back watching this after I'm done with the live stream, which I'm going to end right now. So I think I hear Dad coming in. Could it be? It is. Dad,
Hello, Santa Claus.
final word before we wrap this up because I've gone over time. Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. See ya. Nice talking to you. Be safe. Have a nice Christmas.
Amy.
I'll go humma.
Peace out. Be safe. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And those are pretty much my words for this week. Much love. Have a safe and wonderful Christmas. Be healthy. Do what you think you got to do to better yourself and the people around you. I'm not going to give you hell for anything. I'll close this by saying what I've already said 5 times. If you want the shot, get it. If you don't want it, don't get it. Live your life and be happy with the people who surround you. Share the love and the comfort and warmth that you feel with loved ones, because there are lots of people, I can tell you this, there are lots of people right now who have fallen on very hard times. Not financially, not just financially. There are people who they are bereaved parents. Yeah, the tornadoes and yeah, my heart goes out to the people in Kentucky. But what I was getting at is there are people who I have friends, their children have died as a result of cancer or whatever the case may be. And for many of these people, this is a very first Christmas without their children. And their children in particular. This is a very extremely difficult time for them. I read their posts. I take in the emotion of what they're trying to say because it's very difficult for them. This is a first Christmas. Every Christmas is going to be difficult from the moment they lost their children for the rest of their lives. But there are many people whose children have died as a result of cancer or any, whatever tragedy there is, but I'm friends with many cancer parents on my Facebook. This is a first Christmas without their babies. And I don't know if they watch my Sunday videos. I don't know if they even know that this channel exists. I'm sure someone out there is going to point them into the direction of this channel and try to put a negative spin on it. It's happened before. Oh, well, whatever. But this is a very difficult time for a lot of people. And while you are reveling in your joyous good time on Christmas, and we're not putting a damper on that, we're not saying that's a bad thing. You should be able to enjoy the holiday as you see fit with, surrounded by the people you love and cherish. We're not trying to take that away from you. We're asking you to understand how it feels, or maybe you will never really know how it feels, but understand that there are people out there who are having a fucking lousy time. This is a Christmas that they don't have their babies. This is a first Christmas without their child. And they're asking for a little bit of love and understanding and compassion, empathy, perhaps. This is a difficult time for a lot of people. And that goes for all bereaved parents out there. I'm not, there's a lot of bereaved parents out there in the childhood cancer world who they're not happy with me. And for whatever the reason may be, that's entirely up to them. But when push comes to shove, deep down, my heart does go out to those people. Yes, Tom Mitchell, if you're listening to this, my heart does go out to you, because I know that this has got to be a difficult time of the year for you. And despite our differences that we've had in the past, I still feel, I feel sympathy for you, because this is a very hard time without your children, without your daughter, I should say. Not to get into specifics, but there's a lot of bereaved parents who don't like me, and that's fine. Whatever the reason, okay, whatever. But my heart, being the bigger person, my heart still goes out to those people who are having such a rough time this year. So I'm going to end it on that note. I love you all very much. I'm way over time. I love you all very much. Thanks for sticking around for the past hour and 10 minutes, almost hour and 10 minutes that I've been here. Yeah, well, there's just some things I wanted to get out there into the open, and I just hope everybody has a safe and wonderful Christmas and stay healthy, and much love and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad, Mele Kalikimaka, whatever you choose. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Much love, Merry Christmas. Peace out, guys. I'll see you next week.